Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here is a quick guide on how to defeat the 7-star MewTwo Raid before it disappears after September 17th. In today's video, I'm going to show you 2 Mew builds, as it should be the only Pokemon you are using in this raid, as Mew receives a 50% boost to HP and a 20% boost to all other stats. But one of the Mew builds is for online, whether you're going to play with randoms or with friends. Ideally, you want to play with friends, but my Mew build is pretty decent for online play with randoms. While the other build is for those who don't have a Nintendo Switch Online or simply just want to defeat the MewTwo Raid solo. Yes, there is a way to defeat this raid solo, but it is an absolute pain and requires a lot of patience. So let's get into it. For the online Mew, you want a level 100 Mew with a bug paratype holding a metronome. Then for the moveset, you want Life Dew, Struggle Bug, Swords Dance, and Leech Life. For the ability, just stick with Synchronize and also make sure your Mew has an adamant nature to have a higher attack or a lesser special attack. For your EVs, you want a max HP where you use 25 HP ups, then you use 19 proteins and 6 muscle feathers to boost your attack EV, then use 4 resist and 4 clever feathers to boost both your special defense, and lastly, use 5 carbos and 4 swift feathers to boost your speed EV. You don't have to use my exact EVs, just make sure you max out HP, have a high enough attack, and definitely make sure you have a speed of 248 or more. Then the next thing you want to do is hyper train your IVs to have the best possible stat values for your Mew. Then you're good to go. Now for the MewTwo Raid, you can either host one and let anyone join with the challenge as a group option, or use the Terra Raid battle menu through the Poke Portal and join a MewTwo Raid. Then as soon as you're into the raid, just use Struggle Bug 3 straight times. Then you follow that with 3 Swords Dances in a row. Then you Terrestrialize and use Leech Life until Mewtwo nullifies your stats. And once that happens, just use Swords Dance 3 times in a row and resume Leech Lifing Mewtwo till you nullifies your stats once more. And when that happens, use Swords Dance 2 to 3 times, depending on your situation, and spam Leech Life till you KO Mewtwo. Now throughout the raid, it's honestly up to you to decide when to use Life Dew. I only used it when the whole team was in a bad position. And you don't want anybody going down throughout the raid, as you want to preserve as much time as possible. And on top of that, you're gonna hope for a teammate to use a terrain. For me, I always run into Mews using electric terrain, but when the terrain is on the battlefield, it cancels out Mewtwo's rest and eat a berry turn, and he does not regain his health. But if you don't get a Mew that sits on a terrain, it's okay. I was able to get Mewtwo with a terrain and without a terrain. However, I will admit, with my Mew build, there is a high chance of getting critted in the late stages, especially when Mewtwo is able to hit you with 2 moves in a row. I literally got hit with back-to-back crits and got KO'd. So when that happens, just spam Leech Life till the end, as you won't have enough time to set up, as the times I got KO'd, Mewtwo's health was extremely low. Are you? No! What? What? I'm lost for words. Why does he get the double hit me? That's not fair. Please, please, come on, please. Go Mew. You got this. Yes, let's go. He hit me with the crit. Oh my god, that... Please don't do it again. Please don't do it again. We're that close. Are you serious? Look how close we are to defeating this Mewtwo. And he hits me with back-to-back crits. But that is how you defeat Mewtwo with the online Mew. But for the solo Mew, you're going to need a level 100 Mew with a bug Terra type, also holding the metronome, but you can also use silver powder. It's up to you. I just prefer the metronome, as when you spam leech life, you're gonna get a chain boost. For the moveset, you're gonna want to have amnesia, bulk up, leech life, and mud slap. And if I haven't said so already, please make sure to max PP all of your moves. You're gonna need it. For the ability, just stick with synchronize. Also make sure your Mew has an adamant nature for a higher attack, for a lesser special attack. Then for the EVs, you're gonna want to max attack, so use 26 proteins. Then use 4 carbos and 8 swift feathers for your speed. Then you're gonna use 1 HP up and 2 health feathers for your HP. And lastly, use 20 iron for your defense. Then the next thing you want to do is hyper train your IVs to have the best possible stat values. And you're gonna want to have these exact stat values on your Mew. You're gonna want to match up with the best possible NPC Pokemon for this raid, which are Bellibolt, Mudsdale, Arcanine, and Weevil. As Bellibolt has a chance to paralyze Mewtwo, and Mudsdale, Arcanine, and Weevil all have moves to lower Mewtwo's defense in the later stages. And in order to get these Pokemon with you for the raid, the first thing you want to do is find a Chansey raid and save in front of it. Then you just click on the raid and then click on the challenge as a group option and start up the raid. Then you just look at what Pokemon are being thrown out. If you get the Bellibolt with one of the other 3 Pokemon mentioned, you're good to go. But if you don't, just simply close your game and repeat the process. And once you get that pairing of a Bellibolt with one of the other 3 Pokemon mentioned, then you just simply beat Chansey. Then you head over to your MewTwo raid, and that's when you can challenge alone. But once you prepare Mew and get the NPC pairing, the next thing you want to do is follow these exact moves in this order. You're gonna need a lot of RNG to go your way if you're gonna defeat MewTwo solo. But if any time during the raid that you get KO'd, just simply run away and start over. So for the moves, I'm gonna have it as the pinned comment down below, so you guys can just focus on it while you're attempting to attack MewTwo solo. But once you load in, the first thing you want to do is use 3 mud slaps in a row, then use amnesia, then you bulk up twice, then you use amnesia again, then you bulk up 3 more times, then you can terrestrialize and use leech life. Once Mewtwo removes his negative effects, you're gonna want to hit him with 6 mud slaps, and during that process, heal when you have to. Ideally, you want to have as many power points for the late stages, as there's been times where I just ran out of PP on the move and this got absolutely bamboozled for the rest of the raid. So use your leech life when it's needed. And after you hit Mewtwo with 6 mud slaps, you're gonna bulk up and then do an all-out cheer. From there, you're gonna use leech life twice, then Mewtwo's gonna nullify your stats, and when that happens, you're gonna bulk up twice, then use amnesia, then you're gonna try to bulk up 4 times and use leech life when necessary when you're going for those. And once you bulk up 4 more times, so you can have a total of 6 bulk ups after you nullify your stats, you're gonna do an all-out cheer, then use leech life 3 times till the shield is broken. And when that happens, Mewtwo's gonna remove his negative effects, he's gonna rest, eat a berry, and this health bar is gonna go right back up. And once that happens, you're gonna want to use 6 mud slaps, use leech life when necessary, and during those 6 mud slaps / leech life whenever you need it, you're gonna want to hope that your supporting Pokemon drops Mewtwo's defense by 5 stages. Then you're gonna go for an all-out cheer, then leech life to the end. Even when he nullifies your stats, just use leech life and you should be able to KO Mewtwo with this move list. But as you guys see in the gameplay in the background, I get KO'd quite a bit. It's very frustrating. You need to have RNG on your side and pray that paralysis and mud slap does their jobs so you don't waste any leech lives in the process. But ultimately, I have yet to defeat Mewtwo solo. This move list is based on several videos / live streams that I've watched, and I came to the conclusion that this was the best build and definitely the best move set. It's just up to luck to be on your side. But if you guys did enjoy today's video, I wish you the best of luck. To those who have yet to capture Mewtwo for themselves, you have till the end of September 17th. But other than that, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, turn on those post notifications, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a good one.